I'm here with Debbie Dyson, CEO of OneTen. Debbie, welcome.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for having me.
So, you have refocused OneTen a little bit in the last year and a half. Can you tell me what your main focus is right now?
Yeah, so what we're looking to do is we're still focused on trying to identify opportunities for talent that have been underrepresented, unheard, unseen. But for that talent that does not have a four-year degree, we're unlocking what we would call career pathways and aligning those with great coalition organizations to find them great jobs.
So, OneTen is looking at skills first hiring. Describe that for our audience a little bit. I think some people have heard it and we know it in the industry.
Yeah.
But if somebody's watching this for the first time and they're going, skills first, is that me? How does that work?
Yeah, it's interesting. I was talking to somebody the other day and I said there are two concepts of skills. So there's a skills-based and then there's a skills first. So skills-based to me is the whole program or the whole concept, which is what are the skills that are required for a job in order to sort of advance? Skills first to me is really fundamentally changing the way that people hire, which says before you do anything else, think about the skills first that are required for the job and then think about everything else. And so that to me fundamentally, skills-based is the concept, skills first is how you think, how you process, and how you want to hire.
Yeah, I'm not sure if employers have totally embraced it yet, because if you have 500 people applying for a job, people have used in the past maybe a four-year degree as a proxy to say, oh, I don't have to interview everyone. No offense to, hiring managers here or employers, but, it's like that mind shift is important, but I don't know if it's trickled down yet.
Yeah, I think what I would encourage, and we've actually done this at OneTen. So if you take someone with a four-year degree, someone with a two-year degree, and then someone with no degree at all, and then you line up what are those things that you're looking for? So one of the first things you could say is work experience. Well, if I've been in college the entire time, I may not have worked at all. However, somebody with an AA or no degree at all may have already had 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years of experience. Then you start to look at what are those other things that you gain? What are the soft skills that are required? Teamwork, collaboration, communication, resiliency, so on and so forth. So when we've lined them up, it's not to say that one is better than the other. What we're trying to say is that they all deserve an equal opportunity in order to advance their career, because there are pros and cons or pluses and minuses, regardless of four-year degree, no degree, or two-year degree.
And I think the idea that this skilled-based, skilled-first concept is very important now, with a lot of people feeling like they're disenfranchised.
Sure.
And that they're left out of the workforce. They don't have the opportunity.
Yeah.
Do you see this as a moment where employers can say, hey, I can do you a solid on that one?
Oh, absolutely. I think one of the things that I want to make sure that we sort of emphasize here is that when you think about skills first, people have an opportunity to actually get trained on the very specific thing that they're looking for. So it's a little bit more refined. I have a four-year degree. It was finance. I'm sitting here today. I'm a CEO. Not that finance isn't important, but I'm not sure if that's what really truly got me into the door. It was the skills that I brought that I think were more critical for my advancement. And so I think when employers think about, I want to open doors and opportunity, and there is a labor shortage, there is a whole pool of individuals, 66% to be precise, that do not have a degree, that have been excluded from the conversation. Now you have floodgates of opportunity of talented individuals that have gained experience through skills that probably fit the jobs that they're looking for.
There's a study out that says in the next 10 years, 90% of all jobs are going to have some digital component to them, some tech skill that's needed.
Sure.
So how do we make sure, we're at the Hope Global Forum talking about economic mobility, so how do we make sure that nobody is left behind in this?
Yeah, I think, when we think about sort of, to your point, where the world is going, I think there's been a bit of a fear factor that's probably been in place. Like, this isn't something to fear. To me, it's something to lean into. When I think about AI and robotics and machine learning, it's almost like a complement or a co-worker to help me elevate my skills. So it's almost like let's lean in opposed to lean out. And I think we have an opportunity as employers, as talent, to educate ourselves on truly what it means and where can I, again, get the skills required to help me sort of help organizations advance further along. And so there's a complement, I think, on both employer and I think as well as talent, getting educated on truly what it means.
We're at Hope Global Forum. The idea behind this whole forum is economic mobility and making sure opportunity is there. How do we, as a society, embrace those underrepresented groups to make sure that everybody has a seat at the table as the economy changes?
Yeah, I mean, I think that that's the power of OneTen. I mean, our whole existence, from my perspective, is to try to help that underrepresented, unseen and unheard, as I said. I mean, I think it's important. So one of the things that we're trying to do, even for people that are coming to us looking for help, is try to help them see hope, optimism, and a future and a pathway. To me, it's important. We're not about just get you that job. It's about putting you on a pathway for that job, and that job, so that you are, we have unlocked, I would say, a potential for multiple pathways to explore. Get in the door with a great Fortune 500 company based on the skills, but then that could lead you to a promotion. It could lead you to another job with another organization. So we're about putting in place a foundation, I think. It's setting the groundwork for it to build up from there. And that's been the beauty, I think, of what we've seen is this is possible. And I think when we do that, it becomes more infectious for talent and for the employers. Like, guess what we found with OneTen or others that are doing the exact same type of work. So that, to me, has been the beauty of everything that we've been trying to do.
Thank you, Debbie.
You're more than welcome.